It's time for the Trent Benningfield Show. Find out what's going on inside Tell City Baseball straight from the coach. Exclusively on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
At MAD, we believe in zero. Zero fathers who aren't there for bedtime. Zero mothers who miss the first day of school. Zero children who never come home. We believe in zero victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to zero. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in zero.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
And welcome to the Super Trent Benningfield Show. And Coach, last week you took on Forest Park, who is number 2 in 2A, and Evansville North, who is 8 in 4A. And why don't you recap both those games for us?
Yeah. So Tuesday we played Forest Park, and like I said last week, they're a very good team, and they showed it. They beat us. They ended up run rolling. I think this final was 13-1, and they hit the ball very well. Reed Howard, going to West Kentucky, hit a 3-run home run against us to kind of put the game away. But they started Joel Butel, and he did a good job for them. He threw a lot of strikes and kept us off balance all night. We made a few errors once again that really costed us. I think they scored. I think they had 7 earned runs, so we gave them 6 unearned, which, whenever you're doing that against anybody, it's hard to beat, especially against a good quality team. But I feel by the end of the season, hopefully we can get some of that stuff cleaned up, and they're a sectional opponent, so we now know what we have to be able to do to compete for a sectional, and I still believe that they're one of the sectional favorites, if not the favorite. So we know what we need to do now, what we need to work on, and what we need to get to be able to contend for that at the end of the year. And then Thursday we played at South Spencer, one of the premier programs in the area, and we started off the first inning. We had a little problem throwing strikes. It was our pitcher's first time out, first outing on the mound this season, and he struggled a little bit, but I still have full confidence in him. He's going to start for us tomorrow night, and we're hoping for a little bit better outing at him because I still really believe that he's one of our best pitchers. But after that, we still made, I think we had 4 errors on Thursday, and they beat it, ended up being, the final was 10-3, and they scored their 10 runs off of 5 walks and 5 errors. So once again, we get some of that stuff cleaned up, and we're right in that ball. We did. I was very happy with our guys. We got down 5 or 6-0 after the second inning, and we put up a few zeros in a row, and we battled back. We kept fighting. We ended up scoring 3 runs, and we scored 1 earlier in the game, and then we ended up scoring 2 more in the 6th, I believe it was, 6th or 7th inning. And Aiden Farron, it was his first game, and he did well offensively. He had a sacrifice fly for an RBI. He walked and stole a base, and then he also inside the park home run. with their center field being so deep, he burned the center field and it rolled out to about the 427 sign out there in center. And as fast as he is, he was able to come around and score. So, offensively, we're making progress. We just have to eliminate some of the strikeouts, put the ball in play, and make teams make plays. And then Saturday we played Benningfield North, and like you said, they're one of the best programs 4A in the area, and they hit the ball very well on us. We strikes. I was a lot happier with how we played Saturday. I know the score doesn't really dictate that or show that, but we played a lot better. We still did have 2 errors, but defensively we were a lot cleaner. We threw strikes. We only struck out 6 times, and like you said, they have some good pitching. They pitched well. We put the ball in play. We had a lot of hard hit balls. We only had 1 hit to show for it, but we had a lot of hard hit balls right at people, and that's kind of the beauty of baseball, or I guess whenever it's happening to you, it's kind of one of the bad things about baseball. But putting the ball in play is all we can ask for. We'll find holes eventually. We just have to keep hitting and showing progress there. But defensively, we spent a lot of time Friday in practice just making routine plays, making sure we're hitting the cutoff man. Not asking them to do too much. Just know where you're going with the baseball, know how many outs there are, and expect the ball to be hit to you every single play. And if you do that, then you're going to be ready to play, and you're going to be in the right position at all times. So we're making progress. When, like I said, 0-3 last week. It's not the way you want to go, but I'm not worried about wins and losses. Right? I keep telling the boys, it's not about. We're not trying to be at our peak in May. So we want to be peaking in the middle of March or in the middle of May, and head into sectionals with some momentum. So that's our plan right now. We're just going to keep working and getting better every single day. And if we do that, the wins will take care of themselves, and we'll start eliminating some of these losses.
And in the PAC, Southridge sits at the top of the conference right now with 4-0, but a lot of teams have 1 loss. But I looked at the conference standings, and there are a lot of teams that are pretty decent teams that have more than 1 loss already.
Yeah, for sure, and that's kind of a little bit different than the way it normally goes. There's usually you lose 1 game, and you only have a chance you have a share for the title, and there's always 2 or 3 teams, almost always 2 or 3 teams that are undefeated going into the end of the season, and you're just hoping that one of them will lose, and you have a chance to win it all. But yeah, it's so even from I really think from top to bottom, and obviously there's a couple teams at the bottom, us included, that need to show some improvement to be able to start competing with those teams. But yeah, with all those 1-loss teams, I mean, there's 6 or 7 teams that could still win it. Southridge is a good team, like I said last week, but they're from what I've seen, I think they're beatable. We haven't seen them, but I've been following their scores and stuff, and talking to a few coaches in the area, and everybody just says they're very, very fundamentally sound. They put the ball in play. They're going to make routine plays, and they're going to take advantage of your mistakes. And that's where we're trying to get our program to be at. Just do the fundamental things. Don't do anything special. Just make the routine plays. Be fundamentally sound, and put the ball in play. And high school kids are going to make mistakes. Just like everybody's going to make mistakes. You just have to put it in play and kind of put pressure on the other team to field the ball and throw it. So.
And you're listening to the Trent Benningfield Show on the South Virginia Sports Network, powered by Miller Bros. For Communications. We recognize messages from our sponsors.
At MAD, we believe in zero. 0 fathers who aren't there for bedtime. 0 mothers who miss the first day of school. 0 children who never come home. We believe in 0 victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to 0. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in 0.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? we'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hello and welcome back to the Trent Benningfield Show, and we're joined by the Marksman Junior High coach, Pat DeVoe. Pat, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, Joe. Appreciate you having me on.
You know, before you became the head coach, tell us a little bit about your coaching history.
Well, honestly, it started off in Little League, and just I was just a dad, and wanted my son to play baseball like a lot of dads do. And I found myself enjoying it way more than what I kind of expected to. Growing up, my dad wasn't a sports dad. He was great. He was a great dad, still is, but he wasn't a sports dad. And so I didn't always get all that personal coaching and whatnot. So I just wanted to try to be there for my kids in that regards. And my son took an interest to baseball, and I had several parents saying they enjoyed me working with their kids, and it just kind of evolved from there, to be honest with you. And I'm not anything special, but I do care about these kids for sure.
And I know it's only April, but how is the season went for the junior high marksmen so far this season?
Well, we got mixed results so far. Our 8th grade group, which is primarily our varsity group, we do have one 7th grader that has stepped up into that varsity role and done an excellent job for us. But the 8th grade group this year is off to a really good start. Been real pleased with their maturity level and how much they've evolved and grown since their 7th grade year, which is always a tough learning curve, which we're experiencing that with our current 7th graders. And we hope for them to make a huge jump next year. But currently our 7th grade, you want to call them JV if you want, they're off to a little bit of a slow start, learning some new stuff they haven't seen before. So it all, it's a learning curve. Some pick up on it quicker than others. But very pleased with the JV efforts as of late, and very pleased with the varsity team as a whole. We had one tough outing that wasn't necessarily completely their fault. We went to Forest Park. They threw a really good pitcher. We couldn't hit, but we also have a bunch of kids, and we brought everybody, which kind of made things a little tough. As far as reps and getting the kids out there on the field, and we should have just stayed with a certain amount of kids, but that's here nor there. But yeah, varsity team's doing well, and JV team, I have no doubt they're going to start picking it up here shortly.
And who are some of the players that we'll hear from as in the future for the varsity marksmen?
Oh, man, this 8th grade group, again, I hope all of them decide they want to keep playing. Kids like honestly, I'll probably name all of them, but off the top of my head, Riley Leidenbach, his baseball IQ is off the charts. He eats it, sleeps it, and breathes it, and to have him out there, he plays catcher for us. It's like having an extra coach. He understands the game. He pushes himself. He pushes his teammates, and he does it in the correct way. His maturity level from last year to this year has been phenomenal. Lucas Byer. Lucas is probably the best center fielder, defensive center fielder that's going to play in this Cub League from the East or West Division. I mean, Lucas has speed for days. He, anything that's in the vicinity of his area, he's catching it. He's a threat on the bases. We would like to see him. He leads off for us. He's yet to break out as far as his batting goes. And when he does, we're only going to be that much better. Our outfield, I trust our outfield. We've got kids. My own son, Case Naveau, just the other day, he's hitting some absolute bombs for being a small kid. He's about 130 pounds soaking wet, and he's two-hopping him to the fence in practice. So, and that's a high school field. I say that because I try to tell these kids it's not about how big you are or whatever, but you've got to put everything into your swing. And I'm happy that my own son is kind of reflecting on that. So, that's just to name a few. Braden Sharon is arguably our best athlete. And we're continuing to work with Braden. I truly see a bright future with Braden Sharon in baseball. And another kid that mentioned him just yesterday that I was really, really pleased with his growth is Jackson Weatherholt at third base. Jackson's learning that position, and he continues to soak in what we tell him and try to do the things that we tell him. And then another one, Brady Stallings, has been playing first base for us for a couple of years. Brady is still learning. He's still yet to reach his potential, and I pick at him all the time because it's little detailed things that I want him to understand. That's only going to make him better. But yeah, them guys, Brody Dixon. I don't think Brody realizes how good a baseball player he can be. And then I think last Hunter Knazel. Hunter Knazel is another outstanding eighth grader with just lots of potential. I believe that's all the eighth graders, Joe. And then our lone seventh grader that stepped up for us so far is Conan Kellums. And I believe Conan is a transfer from Candleton school system. So we're very blessed and lucky to have Conan. He's a left-handed arm, much like Lucas Byer. A left-handed arm, which is baseball, that just only adds to it's an extra weapon to have on the mound. A lefty holding them runners on and whatnot. So real pleased with Conan so far.
And it's also nice to have a great group of coaches, and parent support group at games has been great also. Well, Coach, good luck on the rest of the season, and go get them.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Anytime.
And you're listening to the Trent Benningfield Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosper Communications. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
And welcome back to the Trent Benningfield Show. And I'll tell you what, Coach, with people like Coach Naveau and Coach Webb, I mean, I see great things for the marksmen in the future.
Yeah, I've been really lucky in my 6 years here to have a lot of great people be a part of our program, and those two guys are included. Coach Naveau he started off as an assistant coach for our junior high program for 2 or 3 years, and then I think this will be his fourth year, I believe, as our junior high coach, and he does a really good job. He really understands the game, and the thing I like best about Coach Naveau is he does a great job communicating with his players and getting the most out of them. He's done a good job of building the culture at that level, and you can tell with the amount of numbers that we had come out this year at the junior high level. I think we had 34, 35 sign up, and you always have a few extra sign up and actually come out, but we had 27 kids on our junior high roster, 13 8th graders and 14 7th graders. So if we can keep those numbers and continue to grow those, then we're really going to set ourselves up for success in the future, because when you have that many numbers, it's just going to breed competition. And Coach Naveau does a really good job of building that competition and making everybody work for a spot. Nothing's handed to them. He does a really good job with the program. I couldn't be happy with what he's done.
And this week you've got Princeton away on Tuesday. On Thursday you've got Washington at home, and Friday you've got Du Bois at home. Why don't you preview those games for us?
Yeah, we have another 3 tough games this week. Tuesday, I'm excited to go to Princeton on Tuesday. My junior year at Oakland City, we redid our outfield, and it wasn't done in time to play at Oakland City's home field. So we played all of our home games at Princeton at Gil Hodges Field. And that's a nice field. They've done a lot of upgrades to it. I'm excited to go play on the turf, let the boys get the opportunity to play on that, and it's another solid baseball team. I'm looking forward to seeing the progress that we're making from Saturday. Hopefully we can build on that, still clean a few more things up, and have an opportunity to go there and come out with the win. So Tuesday at Princeton, tough game, and then we go to Thursday at home versus Washington. And thankfully it's at home. That drive is always hard to drive that far and then get off the bus and come out and compete after you sit on the bus for an hour and a half. But I'm sure that they'll be ready to play coming here. They beat us last year in a close game, and we're looking to rebound off that. We'll have our plan this week, starting-wise. We're planning to start Aiden Farron on Tuesday, along with Talon Jennings in relief. And then Thursday, we're going to we saw a really nice outing last week from Drew Grolick, a freshman for us, and I believe he's going to start for us on Thursday with Cole Stick in relief. So we've got a lot of guys that can throw strikes coming in this week, and I know that they're going to compete for us and limit those free bases. We just have to play good defense from behind them, and like I said earlier, keep putting the ball in play. Friday, we're going to go back with Alex Stiff and Tice DuPont against Northeast Du Bois. They've been off to a really hot start. Last time I looked, I think they were 5-2. So they're playing good baseball. And once again, if we show up not ready to play, then we're going to be in for a long night. But if we show up and play the way that I know we're capable of and the way that we played Saturday, then I know that we'll be able to compete with all 3 of these teams. So I'm looking forward to this week. Hopefully we can come out with 2 or 3 wins and pitchers throw strikes and play good defense behind them. So I'm looking through it, and hopefully we, like I said, we can come out with a few wins this week.
Well, Coach, good luck to the marksmen this week.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
And you're listening to the Trent Benningfield Show on the South Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Roseburg Communications. We'll see you next week.